Good. All right, and we're back. All right, so welcome to episode 13, I think. This is episode 13 of Broad and Beans. And so for this week, we're going to be covering... Well, we're done with the October scary movie month. And so we're going to go ahead and review another scary movie, which is going to be...
It's a thriller.
Thriller.
I mean, it did freak me out a little bit. We're going to go ahead and cover Heretic. A24.
5, 6, 7,
Dude,
8.
in the previews, leading up
better?
to this movie, there's like 3 A24 movies like in the previews. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but they're just dominating.
They're dominating.
Dude, A Different Man. You guys should watch that one. A Different Man. Fire.
Is that a new one coming up?
Is that about a girl who turns out a guy?
No, it's pretty much.
Yeah.
So pretty much, it's Sebastian Stan comes out, and he pretty much is like he. Has
Oh, the ugly
that
face.
one, dude. That one's fucking good, dude.
Yeah,
It's
we were
really-
gonna watch that one, but
It's really good. No, it's actually really good. Like I would recommend.
The one that really caught my eye was the Y2K one. That one
yeah,
looked
the
pretty
Y2K
good.
one,
I sent the
That's gonna be
trailer.
like this is the end.
Yeah.
It's Jonah Hill producing it.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, he was. I saw his name. But yeah, that one looks pretty good. So let's see. All right, so we're reviewing Heretic, which was a psychological thriller. Great
Horror
movie.
thriller, yeah.
So yeah,
Religion.
let's go ahead and dive into it. So I'll go ahead and start it off. Oh no, well, introduction.
introductions.
So I go by
Wait,
AP.
before we introduce, did we shout out who gave us this table last week? He wanted a shout out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did we?
So no, I don't.
No,
think
they
we
did
did. Go ahead.
Fuck
give
you,
me a shout out.
Miguel. That's what he gets you.
So this
fucking
table was
dick.
courtesy from one of our friends from a business that we shall not name.
Go on and shout out this business.
No, thank you. Yeah, so shout out to him for giving us this table.
Fuck you, Miguel.
And it's a pretty nice table, so I might add.
Very
And,
nice. Yeah.
We've made good use of it so far.
Yeah, dude, there was like a lot of gum or sticky
Oh,
stuff right
yeah.
here. I went ahead and cleaned it the best of my abilities. But like there's a lot of it. But
It had
you guys
skirts,
had it in
that's
the
why.
corner, right? Like this was in the wall and that was in the wall? Was it like at the edge?
It was like- it was
no,
Have you seen the-
it just had a skirt that wrapped from corner.
It was in Couch and
Corner.
Couch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, thank you for the table. Great donation.
Signed it.
We're moving on
All
now.
right.
All right. So I go by AP.
I go by George.
Wait. My George?
By George.
Are they saying-
I go by Jam.
Well,
I go by
I could be
Kenny.
your George too. I'm just kidding.
All right, and starting off with the synopsis, I'll take
Oh yeah,
care of this.
go for it.
So, Heretic. This involves 2 young missionaries become
Whoa.
ensared in a deadly game of cat and mouse when they knock on the door of a diabolical Mr. Reed. Trapped in his home, they must turn to their faith if they want to make it out alive.
That is correct. All right. That is correct.
It's not Mr. Fantastic, by the way.
What did he play, Mr. Fantastic?
No, but his name is Reed. Richard
Oh,
Reed.
gotcha. All right.
It's the wrong read. Or like read, like leer.
Oh, that's how he spells his name, not to eat.
No, I had closed captions when I watched it.
Oh, no way. That's awesome.
I had to watch my subtitles.
Dude, I always appreciate that.
I had to read it.
I like looking at pictures because I can't read.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, Mia.
All right.
Okay,
So,
I get that reference.
yeah. So, all right. I'll go ahead and start it off. So, this movie starts off. What was the name of the city they're in?
I don't even know. I don't even
What
think I wrote
state?
that.
It's like, dude, they had a beautiful background.
I thought it was Seattle.
It was a
No.
beautiful
No.
backdrop with the mountains. They're in a mountain city. I don't
might
know if
be
it's like
Seattle.
Colorado or something.
It might be Seattle or Colorado, just because remember the street? It was rainbowed
I didn't see
Oh,
that.
with like Pride?
with the pride. Yeah, they
Yeah.
had the pride rainbow thing on the.
I did not
On the
see
street.
that.
No, yeah, but yeah, they were walking and they were like, "Oh, can we take a picture with you guys?" In the beginning.
Oh yeah, I saw that part when she got
Beautiful
pants.
backdrops.
She got pants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she got
backdrops. Yeah,
Back
exactly.
shots.
Yeah. Back.
Whoa.
All right, so the movie starts off with these 2 missionary girls. They belong to the Church of Latter-day Saints. We know them as Mormons. And so
Virgins.
they normally go door to door. They're known for walking door to door, and they have their bikes, and they're visiting homes trying to convert people, right? So the movie starts off with them sitting in a bench, and right away they start talking about condoms, right? They're talking about, like, one of them mentioned, I don't know who said it, but one of them mentioned that, which one was it?
So the characters, remember, it's Sister Paxton.
Paxton, she mentions the porn.
She mentioned the porn, which is the girl with.
But didn't they talk about condom stores before
Well,
that?
they were talking about the older sister of Sister Barnes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, if they watch it or whatever, and then they just kind of mention it, like, do you watch it? And they're like, nah.
Awkward, huh?
Yeah, it's a super awkward. But no, they start talking about that there's a condom bigger than the other.
The Magnum.
Oh,
Yeah,
Magnum.
and it's funny
The
because
elephant trunk.
and it's funny
Yeah,
because
they call it
sitting
elephant trunk.
they're sitting on the bench. Remember it? And then on the bench, it's like saying like size does matter or some shit.
Yeah, the fact that I don't know the name kind of tells you a little
Wait.
bit. But
Wait, guys. Spoilers.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We will discuss spoilers.
Oh, yeah,
Did,
dude.
you know we got a comment on Midsummer?
He did?
Someone
What
said
is
it was Manny.
That was
It was Manny.
What is that?
He said,
So thanks for the
Thanks for the
spoilers,
spoiler, guys.
Jeez,
Because
the whole
we said that
movie.
shit later.
The movie's been like out for 5 years.
5 years.
Oh yeah, that's at that point. Like, if somebody
so-
gets mad for us like reviewing dead presidents, like, because it's in the '90s, that's your fault. I think there needs to be like, if you're not watching it within the first year, we could do whatever we want. Or
Yeah,
it-
Manny.
Yeah. All right,
Stupid
but
whore.
so they're talking about condoms, they're talking about porn, and
favorite.
like yeah, and then they start walking. They're going from home to home. They get ignored. Everybody's ignoring them. Then there's some girls walking down the street, and they said that they wanted to have a picture with them. And then while they're posing with them, one of them says what, and then they pants them. What did they say before they pants them?
Fuck, I didn't write this down.
Magic underwear or something like that, no?
They said magic.
Yeah,
Underwear?
magic underwear.
Yeah. Magic
said-
panties?
No, not panties. Panties
Oh.
is a dirty word. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, they make her say something.
play a
She
prank.
says it. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
play
she
a
ended
prank.
up getting
They pants
pants. And then she keeps walking, and then you can tell it affects her because she starts crying, right?
it's so sweet. Like that starts introducing like what type of character she is. Like she's like hanging out with them, trying to fit in, and then they pants her, and then she's like the one crying and stuff.
Yeah, she's very what's the word that we could use? Innocent.
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 Yeah, so she's they're going up and down these stairs. Great shots again. They're taking their bites, they're going up and
824
down. Yeah, it's a great shot. So they end up they have a list of homes that they're going to, and then eventually they go to Mr. Reed, right?
Mr. Reed, yeah.
They go to his home. They start noticing the home is on top of a hill. They tie their bikes or they lock their bikes right outside the house. They go and they knock. It starts raining. There's like a big old storm that's coming down. And then he takes a while, and then he gets the door. And stop me if I miss anything because I don't have my notes. So
No, you're okay. But there's one thing. What did the messages say?
I couldn't read the messages.
Did you read the messages right
she
before
was
he knocks?
messaging Mrs. Hall, one of the church people.
Okay, because I couldn't.
They
it was so
they
fast.
mentioned her,
It
but
was
I have no
quick,
idea
And I was
what
like,
she
oh
said.
shit, yeah.
No, so there, on her screen there's messages going back and forth, but I couldn't read what it said.
Me neither. It just kind of been kind of quick. So they end up knocking on the door. Mr. Reed takes a while to show up. He finally opens the door, greets them, and then they're saying, "Yeah, we want to talk to you, right?"
So the messages, they had a list of all the people they had to go knock at. So,
Yeah. They said they mentioned it, saying that the church knows the list, right? That they know where they're going to be going. So what ended up happening is Mr. Reed opens up the door, welcomes them, super friendly. They're super friendly. Everybody's fake, and then they get the pamphlet. Then he says, "Come on inside." They don't want to because they have this law or this rule that says that there needs to be a spouse.
Yeah, it's not a law. But
roommate.
it's a
Tradition.
religion. It's a religion rule. Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's a common rule too. You don't want to go in there, just
It's
anybody's
fucking
house,
weird,
and you want to have some company.
Yep.
So he says, yeah, she's out there cooking, just she'll come in, and then they went ahead and sit down. And then what ends up happening, he closes the door, sits them down, and then they start talking about, well, this is where it's going to get fussy for me because there was a lot going on, and I was going to the restroom a lot. It was around this time when I started going. So I know that they
There
keep
you go.
talking about blueberry pie. He has a candle, but they don't know that the candle is blueberry. It says blueberry. But they
Spoiler alert.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
So they keep they smell blueberries, right? It's like that aroma. And then they start talking about religion. He's super friendly at the beginning, saying what do you guys do? What is it that you guys are your ultimate goal? But yeah.
So he does take their coats.
Yes. Oh, that's
and
right.
He
Take
takes their
some.
coats. That's an important note for later.
Just let them finish,
But,
and then we
uh,
can cover.
No, that's
whatever.
totally fine.
but
That's totally
I
fine.
just needed to say this one thing. Sister Barnes, she's looking at windows. She's looking at all the windows in the house, and that's when she sees the butterfly.
from the room. Yeah, from
And
the room.
Sister Paxton is just looking at like pictures and like stuff that's not important.
Is it at this moment
Oh,
where she says that
shit.
when she dies, she hopes to come back as
No.
a butterfly?
That's
No, this is
later.
later on.
So that's like
Okay.
foreshadowing. She
Yeah.
sees the butterfly. It's like a moth. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, continue. He comes back. They sit down and yeah.
Yeah, so he starts talking about religion in itself, specifically their religion and Joseph Smith and everything. He's asking him a lot of questions. Then he starts getting a little bit personal, not towards them, but towards their religion. So if you know anything about the Mormons, you know that their roots are very heavy on polygamy, which is like the idea that a man can marry several wives, right? They believe that, I think it's like 3 to 5 wives that they could have.
What's his religion?
Mormons.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so like, yeah. Oh, you know something? I think this whole movie is based off of like, he tells them, where you guys from? And she says from like Salt Lake or whatever, but she's actually from Philadelphia, right? What happened?
No comment, Kenny.
Anyway,
All right.
she doesn't
So
watch.
she's from like Salt Lake.
Sorry, yeah, that's sorry.
Yeah, they're saying they're from Utah, but the other one says like, well, I'm originally from Philadelphia, right? But they start talking about that they're from Utah, whatever, which is like the capital for the Mormons, right? If you guys know anything about your history, you know Joseph Smith was running for president, and he was murdered in Illinois, and then Brigham Young takes over the Mormons, and they end up going over to Utah. That's where they're gonna settle, and that's where they're at today. That's why you have BYU out there in Utah. But
I know that.
Damn.
yeah, but what ended up happening is that yeah, they have this belief system on polygamy, and so he tells them like, what do you guys believe on it? And this is what I actually didn't like this about the movie. They acted all surprised about that. Like, they were shocked. They're like, dude, that's your fucking basis of your religion and shit. Like, why are you so shocked about it?
I don't think it was more so shock about, like, you know, him questioning the religion. It was just the fact that he's already, they don't know him, and he's already, like, challenging.
Well,
So
that's what,
that
like,
sets a tone.
what do you expect? Do you expect somebody, when you're talking about religion, that's a very serious topic, and religion does get challenged all the time. Like, so I don't know why are they expecting him to be like, oh, open arms? You're trying to convert people. You're trying to tell them that their belief is wrong and yours is correct. That's how you convert, right? Nah, fuck that.
Maybe they're rookies.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, they're young.
They're young.
Oh, at the
They're like
beginning,
their early
at the
20s.
beginning, Paxton says she hasn't converted anybody, and the other one said I already had like 8 or 9 or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
So damn, that I didn't even notice that, but that tells you like her character. Like she's the strong one. Like
Yeah,
she's
it wasn't.
the
It was
challenging
right
one.
before they knocked on the door.
Yeah,
She was
I
like,
remember
Paxton
that.
was like, oh yeah, like she's like, oh, I converted this many people. And
She was like, don't be nervous.
yeah, she's like, you're gonna convert someone today, pretty
Yeah.
much. And then
Yeah.
that
I
was
remember
pretty-
that.
yeah.
And then, like, when things started getting tough between them, you could tell she was the one that fought back the most. So she knows that these that is what religion is. You're questioning, right?
Yeah.
So he starts challenging them, and again, I don't know why they're so shocked. I mean, everybody knows Mormons for that. But no, dude, that's why Utah took 50 years to join the Union. They were trying to join like in the 1840s. They didn't join until 1890 because the United States said we're not in agreement with polygamy. So they had to change their rules a little bit. And that's why they ended up joining. And supposedly it's illegal, but it still happens. Have you guys ever seen My Mormon Life?
No.
Yeah, it's like a reality show for Mormons, but
They do speak about that though. She does mention like, the fact that it looked bad on Joseph Smith's part.
yeah.
Like that's why they changed it.
Well,
for polygamy.
So this is where the dude started challenging them a lot, saying like, "Don't you think it's weird that Joseph Smith did this just because he was trying to bang a 16-year-old girl or something like that?" And say the excuse that you can have several wives, because their excuse. Well, I'm not a master of the Mormons, but to my understanding, they said that the reason why they have so many wives is so that they could start having as much kids as possible, right? Have more. But he's saying like, I think it's just an excuse for this guy to just have sex with younger kids or whatever. But that's where he really starts challenging it. The girls stay quiet. They really don't have an answer to that, right?
Well, no, because he pretty much just says that like he had a vision and through revelation, that's
Yeah.
when they changed their rules.
Yeah.
But it benefited him.
Yeah, times change, mentalities change, so
Yeah.
religions change, right? So
But,
yeah,
but before you start too, but remember when they entered the house, he says something about he says that, hey, there's metal on the ceilings, there's like water.
oh, like,
Yeah.
are you okay
There's
with
all
that?
these things. Are you okay with them? They're like, yeah, sure.
So he's straight up
that's-
about a
'cause
lot of
all
stuff.
this shit's like fucking.
Yeah.
All this shit's important because towards the end you're like, oh,
Yeah.
He's trapped in
just
them,
like,
yeah.
We'll just cover whatever he missed because there's a couple things already he's missed.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
he's done.
Dude, drop him in because, like, to be honest, I'm already getting to him going to get the pie and then them walking in there.
Yeah, but
'Cause
instead,
it's like 30
instead of
minutes.
stopping
It's like
you,
40 minutes.
Instead of stopping you, we'll just let you finish and then we'll say like, hey, you missed this.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Wait,
then.
ready? And we're back.
All right. So he starts asking them questions about, you know, their religion, their faith, and everything. Kind of starts putting some pressure on them, which is like what it's supposed to be like. And then at the end, he goes off saying, "Well, do they make a comment about like where's that pie or something like that?"
They're
wife.
questioning the wife. We need
Like, where-
we need your
where is
spouse or
she?
your roommate. We need a woman to be present.
Yeah. So he says, "All right, for sure," and then he ends up leaving, and then they try to escape. Right? They try to open up the door. The door's not opening, and then they try to text. They try to call. It's not working at all. And then so
damn, you're a rapper. They try to text, they try to call, it's not working at all.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Hold on. Wait, there's like, fuck. Damn, that was a rap beat.
Yeah.
Shit.
So what ends up happening is that they start looking into the hallway. The hallway is super dark, and you just hear footsteps from a distance, right? So it gets a little creepy. And then, dude, I love the way that room was kind of furnished. I don't know. I'm a loser. With that, now that I have like
adults, we're being adults. Cause
yeah, dude, the flashlights, everything complements
yeah.
the scene pretty well. But yeah, they're looking down the hallway. And they're saying, should we leave? They try to leave. They couldn't. So they end up just going in, right? They go into the hallway. Then there's this shot that right around the hallway, there's this statue. And you think it's an actual person. I thought it was the wife.
Dude,
like, yeah, he just had somebody there, whatever. But then they end up getting closer and they find out it's a statue. Then they go into a room. It's well lit. And then that's where they find Mr. Reed again, right? And then that's where we transition, or if I missed anything.
Yeah,
go
so,
ahead.
Okay, so... You did miss. Remember when he was like, "Oh, do you guys before the whole like apple or blueberry pie, all that shit?" Remember he brings like, "Hey, do you want chai?" He brings that like Coke
Chai?
thing, yeah, chai, the tea.
Coke. Yeah.
Oh, not the
Chai
Coke, it's
tea?
chai. No, but it was. I'm pretty sure it was chai.
Well,
He said chai, right?
It was in a Coke
It
cup.
was in a
I don't
Coke
know.
cup,
But
though.
he's questioning them the entire time.
Yeah, literally. So he he's like, "Oh, would you like tea?" And he's like, "Would you like chai?" So he's like, "Yeah, like sure." So that's when he brings up a fucking. Remember that he brings up the. Or you probably gonna go pee.
Oh, he brings some,
that tray,
some sodas. Yeah,
but they didn't drink it.
from
They didn't drink it
Yeah,
because they were like,
smart.
"Oh, they were
Because
like,
they don't
oh
drink
shit."
sugar.
Oh.
That was a big thing. They're
I
like,
didn't know that. I
But the
thought
thing
they
is,
were
chai
just-
doesn't have sugar.
But I think it was Coke.
It might have been Coke because
it
it
was
wasn't a Coke.
He had
thing,
been in
but it
Pepsi
said,
glass
but
or
it sounded like he
whatever.
said chai. That's why.
Well,
Yeah.
what he offers is soda.
Yeah,
because-
he
But it
offers-
says chai though. He says chai or some shit.
But
Like that.
look,
That's why I was
so-
so odd about it.
I'm glad that you did bring that up because
Thanks.
this guy is
I wrote notes.
this guy is very charming. Like he's a wordsmith. Like he likes
Yeah.
playing with like words.
Yeah, he had.
Well, you could tell he's a smart dude.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. Like he starts challenging them from the beginning. A part that you did miss. He questions, like he starts looking at them and he notices like the scar on her arm.
Yeah.
And then he asks her also about her dad. And he
Oh,
makes a
okay.
little joke and he's like, "Oh, like where's your dad? Like how is he?"
Oh,
and then
yeah,
she's like, "Oh, he
questioning
passed
that.
away. He's not with us," or something. She says something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, do you mind if I ask?" And she says Lou Gehrig's disease. And he's like, "Oh, blueberry disease."
Yeah, Lou Gehrig's, yeah.
But
okay, I remember that.
Little things like that. Lou Gehrig's blueberry disease. Then when they knock at the door, he's like, "Oh, my roommate. He's
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't
what
have
I
a
was gonna say
roommate. I
too.
have a soulmate." Like he
Yeah.
likes playing with words.
Yeah.
Like he kind of like messes with them. So you can tell like he's smart. Like
Yeah.
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 He's playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of what the hell's his name? Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was a serial killer that was extremely smart. The dude could have been a lawyer. He defended himself in court. He didn't even hire a lawyer. He defended himself, and he did a great job. But they like even the judge before he sentenced him to death, he said you would have been an amazing lawyer.
The judge was like, "You killed somebody, bro."
You fucking
He's like,
asshole.
"There's fucking proof, you
Yeah,
dumb bitch."
but the dude, the way he was able to get people was through his charm. Yeah, so like these good dudes love it. They love playing games. They like the psychological thrill for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
Knowing
him.
that they're
That's him.
better.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Reed.
To add to the where he's like, "Oh, I don't have a roommate. I have a soulmate." The rule was, we didn't really discuss the rule. The rule was they can't go into anybody's house without a woman present. So it's if it's a man, they can't go. in.
has to be a
Yeah, it has to be a woman. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. That's why she said a roommate or spouse or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just has to be a woman.
Yeah.
I will say though, you were correct though. It's Colorado. It's in Colorado, Sky 8 town.
All right, I
So,
thought
yeah.
it was Utah.
No, you got it right though. But no, sister, not Paxton Barnes. She is from
Philadelphia, right?
No, Utah. The
Oh,
other
Utah.
one's from Philly. But she was
Oh, Barnes is from Philadelphia.
yeah, but she was born in Philadelphia, but the
Oh,
other thing was
raised in-
raised in
yeah.
somewhere else. I forgot.
Utah.
And
Yeah.
then Kenny's point to the
The chai,
walls,
or the
walls
wall
thing.
shit. Yeah, the whole wall.
He
thing.
does ask them, yeah. Like
Yeah,
so he's
are you
upfront
guys
about
okay?
them. He's upfront about a lot of stuff with them.
Yeah.
But you just don't know where it's going until the end. But so at this point, Sister Barnes. So they walk in. He's still talking to them about several things. They're frightened at this point because the lights go out.
And then they tried to escape already.
Oh, that's
He
right.
tries to
So
op- they try to
that's one
open the
part
door.
is that
Yeah.
he has switches everywhere.
Yeah.
That the power just goes out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So at this point, like the lights go out, they try to leave and they can't. So they follow him through that room while he was getting his wife, and that's when he starts talking to them about Well, no. He tells them, if you guys want to leave, you guys are free to leave.
Oh,
He's
that's
like,
right.
you saw the door. You saw where like
Yeah,
my
but
house is.
just not through the front. Huh?
Yeah,
It
not
has
through
to
the
be
front.
back.
He's like, it opens every morning.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah, it was like 6 a.m. Dude,
he says there's a deadbolt on the door. There's the exit right here at this door. This will take you out through the back. And he kind of makes them tell lies. Like he manipulates them to. He kind of puts them in a position to lie, and he knows that they're lying.
And they come into the room saying like, "Oh, we got a text. We got to go," or something like that.
Yeah. So once he tells them, he excuses them like, "Yeah, you can go. You can go out this door." They put on their jackets, and she's missing the key. Sister Barnes.
Yeah, Paxton had the key originally.
But hold on, sorry.
It was
Before all this
Barnes.
shit, yeah,
Oh,
Barnes
Barnes.
had it. Yeah,
Barnes
'cause-
had it.
so
I'm forgetting
you'll
who's
see. I'll talk about it in the movie. But dude, did you realize how fucking Sister Paxton was so wet over fucking Mr. Reed? She was like, "Oh, it's okay." Like she was just over him.
She's
like,
just a people pleaser. Because even when shit got sideways, when she was scared, she was still trying to please him.
But dude, she was low key like one of those like dumb blondes. You know how they say like a dumb blonde moment? Like that was literally her.
Maybe she found him attractive because when I pointed out earlier, Sister Barnes, she was looking at the windows. Like it kind of seemed like she was looking for a way out. Maybe she was just looking at the layout of the house. But Sister Paxton was looking at a photo of young Mr. Reed. So it's kind of like that shows.
didn't
Yeah,
know
she was so
I thought it
fucking
was
wet over
Kim.
this guy.
I
Really?
didn't think that was him.
But
So-
she was
no, that was
so,
him.
she was so wet over.
So
him.
maybe she was, but I just saw her as a people pleaser. Like,
Yeah.
I could see that, but
She
no,
was
but
just
she was
trying
like,
to-
yeah, but she's just like, oh yeah, it's like this and that. I'm like, damn, bitch,
yeah.
White.
Kenny said smash.
white.
Next question.
No, only
right.
Sister Paxton. No, Barnes.
Yeah,
shit.
Paxton. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
Barnes.
so-
That was Barnes. Sister Barnes. God damn it.
So after Mr. Reed tells him like, yeah, you're free to go. The door's here. You saw my house. You know that this will lead out the door. The women agree, and then he accuses them of lying, and he
Yeah.
tells them like, you said you saw my house, so why don't you go out the door? So he's just playing a game with them.
Yep.
So from here, let's see. He does ask them if they believe, at this point, if they believe that his wife is actually home. And they don't answer the question, right? They're just kind of like shook at this point.
Yeah.
And then there's amazing camera work. It just shows like their eyes. Like, do you remember that scene?
Yeah, he asked him like, "Do you believe or do you not believe?" Like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And as he goes into the
So no, it cuts. The camera actually, it shows them in their eyes. It shows that there's like a tense like stare off, and then it cuts to Elder Kenny cleaning, and
Is that
this
me?
is Topher Grace from that '70s
Oh
show.
yeah, that was
Eric
my suspicion.
Foreman.
It's actually him.
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it shows him
That-
cleaning.
Venom, huh?
Yeah, he looks at the schedule and he sees that the two girls never came and checked back in.
Yeah.
So
My
uh,
my Venom.
My venom.
My Venom.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
For real.
So it shows him looking at the schedule. He confirms that they never came back to check
To
in.
clean, right? Like
Yeah.
the shitters, yeah.
Yeah, so he goes out to go look for them. So then it cuts back to the sisters and Mr. Reed, and this is when he starts explaining the game of Monopoly.
Yep.
And there's another game that he introduces also. It's called the Landlord game.
That's the original.
That's
Yeah.
the original.
You know what's
Everything
crazy?
he- everything he said was
remember
true.
that. I remember that shit
Yeah.
instead of like Monopoly. That's crazy.
And he brings this feminist aspect to it, like this perspective. That's,
Well, the
that's
lady,
feminist.
the original owner, yeah.
And she
She
pretty
got
much
fucked over.
she got screwed over.
Yep.
They took the game from her and
That's
they
right.
made millions, and she didn't.
There's a whole documentary on that.
Yeah.
From where?
Do they like? You can find it on YouTube too, but it talks about like,
yeah.
this lady made it, and then the brothers, what other Hasbro brothers? I forgot. Who they
Hasbro
were.
Brothers.
Yeah, they ended up stealing that freaking game and made millions off of it.
Okay.
Literally,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Fun
That's
fact,
crazy.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro.
So in a lot of ways, like he compares the Bible to Monopoly, and I don't really remember the points he made.
It's
Do you guys
So,
remember?
Generations.
so like he says that in Western religion, there's three religions that
The big
monotheistic,
three.
right? The big three. So
Which
it's
is
Judaism,
Islam,
Christianity,
and
and Islam,
Christian,
right?
Mormonism.
No, Mormonism
Mormonism is a variation of
yeah,
Christianity.
He makes fun of it. He's like, no, because there was only what he said. He's just it's just three main ones, which is like the Judaism.
Yeah, it's the
Christianity,
oldest.
and Islamic.
Christianity is the second one, and then Islam. And then he brings out their holy books. Damn, are we about to flex on the books? Let me see it down. Judaism is the
The book of fuck. You know what's crazy?
so for the
I
Bible
study
is
this shit.
Christianity. Islam is the Quran, the Quran, and then for Judaism is the
Buddha.
no.
That's
that's Asia.
That's Asia.
It is the
That's the same, right?
The Torah.
Torah,
There you go,
yeah,
the Torah.
yeah,
That's right. So
fuck yeah.
So he brings a book for each one, saying that they believe in the same God. It's just that they have different beliefs on the who the
So
prophets are.
he doesn't actually introduce that perspective there. He then goes on to bring up Radiohead, Creep,
God,
Saying
I
how
love
there's
that
The Air
fucking
That
song.
I Breathe, and then the Lana Del Rey song.
There's different variations.
Yeah,
But
and he
that
says
song
that
is
he
so
says
good,
that
though.
society
Creep.
tries to sell people on ideas, and it can be the same idea, just everybody has a different pitch.
yeah.
So this is when he brings on. It
This
says-
soundtrack is beautiful, by the way. Oh my god, the soundtrack! All the shit that he put were bangers. He put the Beatles on.
He
He
starts.
put Radiohead.
Yeah, he brings them into another room, right? And it has like picture frames of the different gods.
No, it's the same.
It's the same room. He
Oh,
just
it's
went
the
to
same
a
room?
corner.
Yeah, but
He
it's
went
just
to a
like there's
corner.
different pictures. Like it's from like Egyptian, like
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
So it's
so
from
that's-
Egyptian to like Roman.
He's
to, like,
just connecting how Christianity is just the same thing, but like other religions have the same aspect, right?
Yeah, so that's
That-
when he flat out says it. Like they're
Like the
all
men-
iterations of the same story.
Yeah, like many of their prophets were born on December 25th,
Mm-hmm.
and many of them had resurrections, and like there's like that they all have like the similar stuff,
Before
which
you-
is like go ahead.
Before you guys go on, it was Parker Bros.
The Parker,
Parker
brothers, yeah, not the
brothers.
Warner ones.
Okay. So yeah, so
we said Hasbro, sorry.
Yeah.
so this is when he states like there's iterations of the same story, and
Yep.
and he says like those details were many of these what were they, like gods or
Yeah, different deities,
Deities,
prophets,
gods, prophets,
prophets.
whatever from different religions. He brings them Hinduism.
they all share the
Egyptian.
same story.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you guys? I know that when we're gonna get into some deep stuff, like, a lot of people think that religion in itself, it's just like people tripping out on mushrooms back in the day and like
Yeah.
writing stuff and whatever. But the thing is, like, how are they? A lot of them all connected, right? It's kind of trippy too. But no, yeah, he brings a lot of points.
Well, I can go on to that. Like that's a cool topic to talk about.
Maybe we could save it to the end.
Yeah, but so pretty much at this point, he introduces the two doors, the disbelief and the belief,
I'm gonna put that right there.
and he asks them like to choose. Like if you want a way out, these are the two ways out, and it's up to you. You know which one you're gonna go through.
Yeah.
So at first they're split, and
Paxton right away wanted to go to disbelief just to make him happy, right? Or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
yeah,
She's like, oh, you're right. You
because
should
he's
like,
the
you're,
one questioning.
yeah, she's like, you're right. We should definitely go there. But we skipped the whole
Because he
part.
said right.
Yeah, because we skipped the whole thing about that whole thing, like about him like putting belief in disbelief.
Yeah.
Because we skipped that whole part. Because remember, he just puts like in the door, he writes it down on the freaking doors where he's like believe or
Yeah,
disbelief.
he introduces two doors: belief and disbelief.
Yep.
Was it during that time though?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Before
He's
that?
explaining everything. you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
'Cause
so he
after the
says, if you guys want to
iterations-
leave,
Yeah. After
Yeah.
the iterations of the monopoly and stuff like that, then
He introduces the belief and
let's go.
disbelief.
yeah. But then when they're choosing, when the girls are split between them, this is where Barnes
Challenges
kind
him.
of challenges the shit out of him. Yeah. I mean, were you able to get that? I forgot.
Yeah.
I just remember the ending.
And that's when she learns. Like I think at this point in time, she puts
Yeah.
it in her head like we have to challenge him.
Yeah, that's what I put. Like, yeah, it clicks on her.
The one thing about, and this is what you gotta understand about people like him, smart people, is that they think they're better than you, and when you challenge them and you actually get the best of them, they break down.
hmm
And that she saw that like their egos are just too good.
So Sister Barnes, she convinces Sister Paxton to go through the belief door,
Yeah.
and they walk down the stairs, and he pretty much. It seems like he's gonna follow them, right? Like, did you guys get that same idea?
Yeah. He was at the door and he
boom.
just closed it.
He just
yeah.
slams it on them.
And it was dark.
So from here, they walk down. They're in a room, and there's a lot of doors, right?
Okay, so right away you find out that both doors led to the same
same
place. Yeah,
Yep.
they led to the same
The
place.
same place.
So it was just trying to test them. Yeah.
It was just
Their
an
faith?
idea, yeah.
Yeah, and their faith.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they were the whole thing was like, about this whole movie was about
Questioning.
he's trying to debunk their religion pretty much.
Well,
In my opinion.
if they would have went through the disbelief, it would have made them easier targets because they would have seen how
They would have been in the prophecy. They would have been right there where,
Yeah.
where their other people were at. Which I get. Yeah, that shit's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. But they were like, nah. And Sister Paxton was like, fuck no. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like, nah.
Yeah, she
that's-
recognized like we have to challenge him.
That shit's crazy. That
So
shit's, yeah.
they walk in, they're kind of investigating. Sister Paxton is freaking out, and Sister Barnes is the one that's composed and like we
Telling
need to
her,
get out.
Calm down.
So she tries to climb up.
Wait, before we go into, there's a scene that they keep looking at a knife, Was that in the room?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
a knife.
yeah,
Okay,
the
it was
knife.
in the
Missed
room.
Yeah.
The knife they kept.
It
looking
wasn't
at
in the
that
first
shit,
room, right?
What is
It was in the second
It
one.
wasn't a knife.
It was like a little golden
Pen.
But it had like a little,
pickaxe
but it had
or
like a
something.
what was on the thing at the bottom of it, like the handle.
It looks like those old school pens. I don't know what it was.
but it wasn't
though.
a handle. But you saw it was like it looked like clocks.
It just had like
Had
a
like
little
circular something.
It just had like something at the end.
but it had something circular though. Looked
But
like-
it wasn't a knife. Was it maybe like a card opener, like a letter?
Oh
opener?
yeah, maybe
Oh,
a letter opener.
I think it was
yeah.
a letter opener.
That
I don't
makes
know what it
sense,
was,
yeah,
but
that makes-
they both peeped it. They both kept looking at
I
it.
Yeah,
got a
when they
letter
first
opener and it
walked
looks
in.
just like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
But
might be a
it
letter
looks
opener.
more like a knife, but not like that. That
Fucking-
should look like fucking like an ice pick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, but that's how the letter openers were.
Yeah, very much.
Old.
I mean,
I
there's
don't
probably a fancy ass letter opener.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm almost done. So
My bad. Okay.
So they go into the room. Sister Barnes is the one that's composed. She's the one trying to get out of there. Like she's the one trying to survive.
Thanks.
So she looks up. They see that there's a window, and they try to climb their way up. And when she's climbing up, she knocks down a piece of wood. And I did like this. This was like a little like an Easter egg. She drops a wood, and it shows the 3 nails on it. And the 3 nails represent Jesus Christ on the cross.
I didn't see that. I was probably
I
thinking
saw it, but-
And
pens.
that's okay.
that's
Yeah.
good. Fuck you.
So from here, she sees the 3 nails, and then Mr. Paxton, I think he starts playing music, and then
Mr. Reed?
This is when
Mr.
what did I say?
Reed, you
Mr.
Mr.
Paxton. Damn, you already
Paxton.
married
He's
them
drunk.
together.
Mr. Reed, I think he starts playing music, and that kind of takes their
He
attention away
puts
from
the
the door.
Beatles. I forgot what song was the first one, but it was the Beatles though, 100%.
He takes their attention away from the door, and this is when the blueberry pie is finally coming
Being
out.
presented?
Yeah, coming out, and this is where
Okay.
No, well, first the
Yeah.
prophet chick comes out.
the prophet
with
chick
the-
comes
with-
out with
Yeah.
the blueberry pie.
So it
This
was
is where I
this
pass it on to
creepy
you.
ass fucking lady.
Yeah.
All right, before we dive into it, no, he goes in like that little when they're back in the room and he's talking about variations and he goes into the history of the song of Radiohead, "Creep."
Great song.
Dude, like the
Creep,
story he said about how they were suing each other. So the original band, I forgot the name of it. How that band sued Radiohead for "Creep," right?
Yeah.
And then Radiohead fucking sued Lana Del Rey
Yeah.
for it. Like,
oh,
what
yeah,
the fuck?
Sure,
Yeah.
we did go over that.
So like, that's freaking hilarious how you're suing somebody for
But
something that
Radiohead's
you
a
stole.
banger though. But, oh,
It's the same thing with Juice World. That one song, who sued him for it?
I don't fucking
What's the
know.
guy named Flea? What band is he
Oh,
from?
from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili
He's the
Peppers.
bassist.
They
yeah.
sued that fool for that one song.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Red Hot Chili Peppers are a banger, bro.
You just said the same thing, just different bands.
yeah.
They're also a banger. What do you
So
mean?
yeah, so pretty much, they see the nails fall. He starts playing the Beatles, I think, and then
It has to be the first
Well,
one.
she
was like-
hides the log with the 3 things, the 3 nails.
she hides it.
She hides it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so this is when the apostle comes.
Yeah. So the prophet is what they call him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the prophet comes, looks creepy as hell, face covered, all in white. She comes out and she just throws a fucking pie on the desk.
Yeah.
And then pretty much he goes into explaining, that he can play God too, like he can bring people back to life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They eat the pie, or she makes the prophet eat the pie, and then he pretty much tells her like she's gonna come back to life. She eats the pie, and then she's just like staring.
He
at
tells
them.
them, "You're gonna witness a miracle."
Miracle. Uh-huh.
Dude, did you guys also notice like how that freaking girl before she ate the pie
Oh, she
was like praying or stretching or
Yeah.
something? She was. In,
Oh
like, in
yeah,
the
she was.
corner?
I
That
put.
shit
She
was
was
creepy.
praying behind
Dude,
her back.
That was
How does
nuts.
that? In hindsight, now that we've like seen the movie, how the fuck do you do that?
She a freak?
She
Flex-
She likes being handcuffed.
She's gymnast.
For real.
Yeah, I mean, it was totally creepy. Like, I didn't think it was a human. I mean, come to find out later in the
But at the
movie.
same time, hold on before you start, Bethel. But the thing is too, this was like an hour in. After the whole thing, like this was like an hour in because the first like hour was like all dialogue.
Yeah.
If you noticed that, it was a whole dialogue about the whole like the 2 sisters going to Miss Reed's house. Everything they're talking about, it's a whole hour in.
Yeah.
And it's an hour and 40 movie. Like it's an hour and
Well,
40
the dialogue part, like
It's an hour in, bro.
It's important.
Yeah, no, it is. It is
good.
really
Yeah.
important.
It's
It
really
is
good
really important.
dialogue.
But
It
yeah,
shows
but,
you all of their characteristics.
but that shit's crazy.
like-
But it's like just letting you guys know because like
These
how
are-
long this
these
how
are-
long this movie is.
in that hour.
It's a slow burn.
In that hour, all the characteristics that you see through, like at the end of the movie, like it shows you from the beginning.
Yeah, but it's a slow burn. I'm just
So
letting you guys know.
it's
But
necessary.
if you guys watch the movie, but yeah, but just
Yeah.
want to let you know. let you guys
One
know.
thing, just to clarify too, before I go on, that letter opener thing you guys were talking about,
Yeah.
they already grabbed it, right? Or not yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're in the room.
Yeah. So, does she give her the keyword to when to use it before they go downstairs or when they're downstairs?
When they're
When they were
downstairs.
downstairs.
Yeah, they were downstairs. Huge.
So the whole pie thing happens. She eats it. She dies, and then
So, this is where they knock on the door, right? Or Kenny, so brother Kenny,
Yeah, Elder Kenny,
Oh, my brother.
Elder Kenny.
like
Oh,
your,
yeah.
your K dog.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank God.
yeah, he. So there's a
So
a
he's
cue.
knocking.
So
Yeah.
they
That
make
she
a
gives
plan.
her, yes.
They make a plan. This is when they first go in.
Correct.
Yeah.
So then there's a cue. Supposedly the prophet's gonna come back to life. Never comes back to life, and then they start going over a plan as to when they should attack and when they should not attack, and then that's when they hear the footsteps of him coming down to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Once it comes down to the basement, they start arguing about prophecy, prophets. No, am I off?
He doesn't come down to the basement until after
Elder Kenny.
Elder Kenny.
Yeah.
So he's talking to them through that pipe.
Oh, then
Yeah.
I say that's where.
So that's right after though. So he's talking to them through the pipe, and then
So just continue because I
they
don't
hear
have
the
it
buzzing.
until.
they hear the buzzing.
Well, then just continue.
Well, it's me right now.
Huh?
Is it me?
No,
Yeah,
he's
'cause-
gonna go right now. He went a little under.
Hold on. Ready?
So
Hold on. Break it real quick.
okay.
There's
Yeah,
a
because
break.
I don't
There's a break.
have until.
Goddamn, it's fucking hot.
So when they're in the
Oh, I'm sweating.
when they're in that basement, they do make the plan. The prophet comes out, eats the pie,
Not gonna lie, I feel like Alan last week.
and then when she
Drunk.
eats the pie, but she
Yeah.
dies,
I'm pretty fucked up
and
right
he's
now.
talking to them. He's like explaining to them, and then they hear the ringer. They hear Elder Kenny in the ringer,
Okay.
and then Reed leaves.
Oh yes, they go. They
run
go
upstairs.
and then they're trying to scream for help.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
And they're trying to take the matches.
Yeah,
So that,
all the matches, yeah.
Do you guys know why he sliced her?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how she said if you say the code word or if I say this word, that's when you get him. Well, he heard that through the little thing on the wall. That's why when she said it, that's
okay.
why he sliced her.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay,
They knew.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Doorbell rings and it's what's his name? Elder Kenny.
Elder Kenny.
Elder Kenny.
Topher Grace.
Doorbell rings. He goes
Dumbass.
to the door. And then the girls run upstairs. There's a crack where they can see the whole room. Once he gets to the original room where the girls were, he has the switches hitting where the light switch is. So he turns
right.
it off, and then he turns off the timer on it to open the door, and then come to find out it's Elder Kenny.
Me?
Yes.
right.
Yeah. You're younger Kenny. This is
shit,
Elder
you're right.
Kenny.
It's Venom.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
I really
Yeah,
didn't know that was Venom.
Eric Foreman.
I didn't
dumbass.
know either.
That was
I didn't
him?
know either. Yeah.
That's Topher Grace.
Oompa was
What
telling
the
me about
hell?
that. Yeah, Oompa. Thank you.
Was he wearing a wig or what? Why did he not look like?
I'm pretty sure
he was wearing a
or-
wig.
Oh, really?
And he had
Okay.
glasses.
Oh,
A blonde wig.
And he's old as shit now.
And he's old as shit.
All right,
Looks
so
like, it looks like AP.
AP?
Yeah.
Alex Perez.
My
No.
days are behind
Oh.
me.
Hey, what?
I was like, what?
I'm admitting and shit. My days are behind me.
Yeah, so Elder Kenny starts asking him if he had seen two girls, gives a description, and then Mr. Reed pretty much says no, and then that's when Elder Kenny's like, well, didn't you sign up to get more information in regards to religion? And then he's like, oh yeah, I did, but they never showed up. Mind you, before that, he hid the bikes that were locked at the beginning.
Yeah, he didn't reveal that the whole time. I'm thinking he has to run into
Damn,
the
you had
bike.
to wait for that reveal.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad, my
they
bad.
like he had to see the bikes.
Yeah.
You have to say mind you after.
Okay, so mind you, there was nothing to show that the girls were there. So they end the conversation with, "If I see anything, I'll let you. I'll let you know," kind of thing.
All right, go off.
And then so he closes his door. He sets the timer back, and then he walks back into the room. In that time span, the girls were pretty much they see a box of matches on the floor that fell in a rug that's facing the crack where they can see through the wall.
They were trying to yell too.
Oh
for
yeah.
help.
Well, I said that before we cut it off. So, yeah. So they heard the doorbell ring. They were yelling for help, but he fucking slams the door on them, and which is it's a soundproof room pretty much. So once he closes the door, they realize like he's not gonna be able to hear us, right? He comes back into the room. Once he comes back to the room, what is he doing? It doesn't really show, right? It just shows him in the room. You just hear a bunch of background noise, and then the doorbell rings again. Then he goes back outside of the room. He sets the alarm thing again, and then he pretty much. Oh no! Sorry, I got that part wrong. That's where he questions him if he requested to get more information about.
He says, I'll be remiss if I didn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Bam! Brings another
The
fucking
pamphlet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So no, he
okay.
questioned them the first
The
time.
first time, okay,
Yeah.
and then the second time he gives him the pamphlet, which was given to him at the beginning with the two girls.
Can never have too much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he pretty much closes the door, and he heads back to the room, the second room.
It shows Elder Kenny walking away.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah,
then
he's
it
looking at
pans
him like
out.
a creep.
It pans out, and then the bikes are gone.
Bam.
No, the bikes were gone before that. No.
Yes, but we didn't know that until then.
True.
Ah, okay.
That's why I was saying you should have saved the review.
Anyways, yeah, he's staring at him from the window, watching him leave. Yeah, but Elder Kenny can't see him through the window because of the blinds and stuff like that. So he goes back into the room. Once he goes back into the room, the girls were successful in grabbing the matches. Once they grab the matches, they go down and they try to light it to create pretty much a smoke signal. They try a few times, weren't successful. And they light pretty much all of them, right? They're down to like the last few. And the girl realizes, what's her name?
Paxton?
Yes, Sister Paxton.
Yeah.
Well, before that, she made a comment when he comes back into the room that the body was not in the same place that it was.
Yeah,
when
she-
Oh
they
yeah,
were
she was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So she mentions that comment, and Sister Barnes says like, "You're crazy. Like you're tripping out because you're scared."
I think we might be.
In love with her?
No, we're switching.
Oh.
We're switching. And Paxton's the one with the
Paxton's
black hair.
Paxton's the blonde.
Yes,
Yeah, and
Barnes
then
is the black one.
Barnes
The
is the
goth
fuck!
girl. The
Sorry.
gothic one.
The black one?
Let me confirm. Let me fact check.
Goth?
Yes. So
No, you're probably right. No, you're
Sister
probably right.
Barnes is the tough one, and Sister
Okay.
Paxton
My
is
bad.
the,
Okay, my bad. My
innocent
bad.
one.
people pleaser.
Yep.
I've had quite some tequilas.
So
Aquarius.
they
Tequilas.
come back to the basement. They try to light it. They can't. And then they're down to the last few where Sister
You got it.
Paxton
Wait,
realizes
Pax?
that the body's not at the table
Paxton.
anymore. So the camera slowly turns around.
Camera work is amazing.
I know.
Yeah. A24, bro. They don't
Oh.
miss.
I thought you were gonna say something.
Yeah, they're fucking, they're good.
Yeah, so the camera slowly pans to the side of her, and it's the prophet just staring at her. And
Oh, that
then
was a crazy jump scare
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me. Yeah.
and then she starts gibbering like prayers, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she's saying what she saw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys write down
Before
what
she died?
what
I
she saw?
didn't. I did not.
I just
no.
remember the end.
Yeah.
She said, it's a lie.
Yeah.
That was to end it, but she
That-
was
yeah.
saying.
I don't remember what she said.
'Cause
She said something clouds.
I don't know. I
I
couldn't
mean,
write.
like,
It was
Paxton
all
gives
too quick.
a
It was all too quick.
description.
Yeah.
It was way.
It was something clouds. She did like a little like the connect kind of thing.
She did, it was like a prayer. Yeah.
Tic tac toe, you face, bitch. She
Is
meant.
that what she was speaking in?
No, you could understand. I just don't remember what
It was- yeah.
she said. Yeah,
That's from a scary movie or
No, haunted house.
Haunted House.
Is it like Cedric the Entertainer? Tic tac toe, you face, bitch.
yeah. So yeah, and then
they're-
she ends it with sorry, go ahead.
No,
Go-
no, no.
go ahead.
It's irrelevant. Scary movie's coming back with the Wayne's
But
brothers.
number
Oh,
6.
On the
Yeah.
side note to that,
Sweet.
sorry, the girl from the scary movie, the main character in this new scary movies, you know how she got fired for the Free Palestine thing? she wants to come back for scary movie.
The blonde? What's her name? I forgot.
Melissa-
What's her name?
Uh, yeah, that
Melissa
chick.
B.
She
yeah.
wants to come back for a scary movie.
The chick from Abigail. Did you watch Abigail?
Maybe.
Did you watch the new Scream
Okay, so you
with
know how
Jenna Ortega?
Jenna
Oh, yeah.
Ortega
The
is the
sister.
sister.
The older sister?
She got
Yes,
fired
she
for
got
Free
fired
Palestine.
From, yeah.
She's from Scary Movie?
No, she's gonna come back.
She's from the last 2 Scream movies.
She's gonna come
Yeah,
back
I
to
know
the
that.
new
Yeah,
scary
so she
movie.
got fired because of the free Palestine posts. That
Oh,
was
isn't she
doing.
fucking Middle Eastern?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she got fired and let go from the franchise. But now that the Wayans brothers acquired the rights to Scary Movie, she wants to come back for Scary Movie.
She's not funny though.
They better bring her back. They're gonna make her funny.
They're gonna make her
But
funny.
I have a feeling they're gonna do like a playoff because she came out in Scream, and you know how Scary Movies the first
It's
2.
about the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
So-
the second one is about ghosts and shit.
Yeah. But anyways,
Yeah. Sorry, we're getting off track.
All right, hey, wait.
I'll show you why we're dancing.
Oh,
Yeah.
the beatboxer.
And then
we're back.
And we're back. So to recap, no, not to recap.
He's drunk.
Keep going.
Just keep going.
I'm drunk.
Yeah, so she ends the little gibberish thing with "It's alive." You don't really catch it at like you catch what she says, but you don't know what she means yet at this point in the movie.
It almost makes it seem like she's saying that heaven's a lie.
She doesn't say it's
Yeah.
a lie. She says it's not true.
It's not
Oh,
true.
okay,
That
it's not
heaven's
true.
not true.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the part where I don't remember. So when she says that, does he come down?
He goes into the room.
Yes,
Yeah.
he comes down, right?
Yeah.
He's prior to him coming down to the room.
Yes.
He's taking timestamps, time notes. So of the girl's death, he wants to take her pulse, check her breathing.
Oh.
He's taking
Do that little
timestamp
tube
notes
thing.
in her.
Well,
in his
that
phone.
was before Elder Kenny, right? Or is this after? It is before Elder Kenny.
It was right before, yeah. So he was interrupted taking his notes, and then Elder
Yeah.
Kenny came.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's right.
So yeah, he comes down.
What did I do?
And then he pretty much pulls the prophet back, right? You know, and he proves a point that she came back to life. So she was was it?
Animated.
Yes, reanimated.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Yeah. They that's a Naruto Shippuden fucking term. When they bring people back to life.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Anyways,
Anyway,
proceed.
Thank God it didn't take a while.
Proceed.
so they start arguing about prophecies, prophets, and then in that whole conversation and argument, Sister Barnes gives Sister Paxton the cue, which we established earlier in the movie is to take him out, pretty much.
Yeah, kill him.
So when she gives when she gives that cue, she
What's the
reaches
cue?
out. I don't remember what the
Magic underpants.
magic panties.
Magic
Oh,
underpants.
magic
Yeah,
underwears.
let me tell you later.
Magic underwears, right? So it's in a slow motion now, where they give each other that eye to eye connection along with the cue, right? You're gonna add something?
Yeah. So
Oh.
he comes down and he tells her like, no, this is a miracle. You're not realizing this, and she's challenging him. So while she's challenging him, there's like a tense moment, and then it's slow motion, and then she says,
See,
Say it.
yeah.
Say it. She says what?
She says, this is a magic trick. This is
Yeah.
magic, and then she's about to
I
say,
remember that.
On their
and then
Yeah. And then yes. So
With
but
the
she's
fucking- with
in
the-
that slow motion, she doesn't really she's not fully convinced. Like she wants to stab him. And then when she gets the courage to do it is where you just see
Mr. Reed just fucking.
slices Sister Barnes.
What the?
well, Paxton is in the back.
Yes.
Reed and Barnes are looking at each
Face
other.
to face.
Yeah, face to
Mhm.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
he-
she still struggles to do it like when
Mhm.
yeah.
But at the same time, like, what do you call it? Mr. Reed does it like. He didn't cut her that much.
Yeah,
No,
that,
it was
I
like
think
a
that's
small
small. I don't
slug.
think it was a
small
major.
like insertion. It was like
Yeah,
and
like
it
a
was
little
like a little,
slice.
and then that's when he
Well,
was,
the key
I
to
noticed that
that,
too.
going past that is the key to that was to still, for her to still stay alive, for him to explain the reason why he did it, right? Is for her to come back to life.
Well, it wasn't for her to know. Like,
Well, yeah, but I mean,
he did it because she challenged him.
yes.
So I honestly like watching that. I don't think he did it with the intention of her coming back to life.
You don't think so?
No, because he was faking everything. So just continue. Just
manipulative.
yeah.
Yeah, manipulative.
Yeah, so he stabs her. Cool scene though, slow motion, and then it like fully just zooms in, and then it goes back to
And
normal.
she's talking about it, and then when
she's so
she says the
beautiful.
code word,
Uh-huh.
which was what she said earlier, say it.
Magic Pants.
Yeah, but how did Mr. Reed know
My
that
type.
was the
Oh,
magic word?
Tyson.
due to our supporters in the back, they let us know that they had overheard that through the little what is it, comms? I don't know. What would you call it? The pipes. Yeah.
The pipe? Yeah.
Which that's how he was kind of already aware that
He
they
was
were
aware
gonna
of
try
that.
something. And then yeah, so he goes to Sister Barnes, and he's pretty much like, oh, don't worry, I'll bring her back to life. And then he cuts her arm to pretty much bring her back. But she has this little piece, which is what though?
Like her IUD, her contraceptive.
Is that
Yeah,
what it
but
is? But it's in the arm?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was a trippy thing. I was tripping out because, like, he said it was like a chip, right? That she's programmed or something. But yeah, then the other girl said that, yeah, it's what birth control thing. But I don't
didn't know
think
it
they
goes in
look
the
like that.
arm.
They didn't.
Yeah.
That should look like a straight up metal
It
thing.
is?
Yeah, I
Yeah, it
But
does go
but
there.
IUDs.
Eh,
No,
I-
IUD goes.
The- Yeah, so but the one in the arm, doesn't it have a hook? Or is
Yeah,
that the
doesn't
IUD?
it have like a double?
No.
It's the
It's
IUD?
literally it's like a chip.
Yeah.
The,
So
the one in the arm is like it's like a literally chip.
I didn't know that.
Not because
It
how I
fucks up-
know.
it-
I
yeah,
know.
it
Not
fucks up
because I
their,
know.
So it turns out to
Anatomy.
be. It turns out to be a what?
It was a
Contraceptive device.
It was birth control.
Oh no, because I had to show him something.
Yeah. So but it's funny though. Before that, he pulls a vein, and then he's like, "Oh, this is not what I'm looking for," and he puts
Oh,
the
he
vein
just
back.
fucking dude, he went deep, yeah.
Yeah. So he pulls that piece. He hands it to her and tells her this is the reason why she didn't come back. She's gone. Sorry, lost my place.
Sorry, no.
Um,
ASL. So Larry Harris.
But she can't come back. So in that moment too, at the beginning, Sister Paxton says that she when she comes back to life, she wants to come back as a butterfly to let people know that she's there. So they pretty much go into that, giving the butterfly explanation versus into reality versus non-reality. And then in that moment, she remembers that Sister Barnes says to challenge him, right? So when she starts challenging him, she goes into a few things. I didn't write what she was going into. Do you guys remember what it was?
Is this when she goes full on fucking Sherlock Holmes and shit?
I know one of the things was she explains how they swapped the body, right?
She starts giving him the theories.
Yeah.
And she starts explaining to him.
As to what happened during the time where he goes to open the door.
Yeah.
What took place when the bodies were swapped, and then she gives a key detail as to when it was swapped, which is when. What are you laughing?
No, because Alan was like this. He was like,
He got a text and he's giggling.
So it pretty much shows like a full recap in that explanation of it, of when the body was switched.
yeah.
When she found out that the key.
She's challenging him.
Yes.
So just say like why, like what was the challenge? Like what?
I'm going over it right now.
Oh.
One of them was the key.
Uh-huh.
The Sister Barnes was supposed to be the one with the key originally, which ended up he messed it up and put it in Sister Paxton's.
He didn't mess up. I don't think he messed
No,
up.
I think it was.
He-
I
I
think
don't
he
think
did mess
messed
up because even like she was like, oh, like you mistakenly because towards the end where he
We can get into it after because I
Yeah,
have
well, we'll
I
talk.
have points
Just
why
power
Yeah.
through.
yeah
Power
why
through.
I feel
sorry.
I have
Huh?
points like
You
why
guys are still going through the summary?
no
no
Dude,
No.
we haven't finished, dude. We're fucking.
we're
We're spinning in
we're
circles
almost
right
done.
now.
We're almost
so-
done.
Just power through, dude.
Yeah.
Just power
Let's go
through.
through.
Power through.
Yeah, so one of the examples was the key, the bike key ended up in Sister Paxton's jacket instead of Sister Barnes. The other one was the switching of the body, and then any other ones I'm missing?
the door.
Well, yeah. Then he leads into pretty much like where to go from there, right? And then she pretty much starts She moves the table, the one that they climbed on when they first went to the basement,
with the chair. Yeah.
and then she starts digging, and then that's where she finds the door to the bottom, even lower to the bottom because they were already down at the basement.
There's the cellar.
So is my part. Okay.
You're the man.
And then I pass it on to Kenny.
Oh God darn it!
Anything I missed in between then?
We'll cover it at the end.
Okay, because I was gonna tell you. I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the beginning when the blonde girl,
Sister
she
Paxton.
starts off as the weakest girl, she ends up being the.
That's why it wasn't an accident.
She ends up being fucking Sherlock Holmes and shit.
He didn't put the key in her coat by accident. He was
He
preying
did it
on
on purpose.
them. He was preying on them.
Yeah.
That's why that whole thing with Lou Gehrig's disease and her dad, like he was testing them to see who was the weak one, and Barnes was the strong one, which is why he.
Well, there you have it.
Sorry, I had to put it there because But anyways, so yes, so she opens the door, but the whole time she's like, oh, there's another door here, and he's like, where at? Well, like I'm.
He's challenging.
He's like, yeah, like he's literally like, I'm over here. Where's the other door at? He's like, I'm over here. Where's the other door at? And she's like digging over the thing, and she opens the fucking door, and it's like another basement type of thing. But when she goes inside the basement, she goes through doors. She goes through 3 of the major religion doors.
Loki, when we saw Terrifier, and I mentioned Dante's Inferno, I think that this had to do with that.
Did you guys read Dante's Inferno?
Fuck no.
Supposedly there's like different levels of hell.
Layers of hell.
Layers of hell.
7 layers of hell.
I
The worse you are, the lower you go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
So that just watching Terrifier,
Terrorizer?
No, you have the same problem as me.
Terrifier, like
I have that problem.
like it pulled me to that conclusion.
Yeah, but with this movie too, like even like that's what I even saw that too. Like it was pretty cool how like she went through different doors. She went through like, so there was 3 major religion, which is Judaism,
The big
Christianity, and Islam. So I don't know what the first one. I forgot.
Wasn't it like devilish stuff though on the thing?
No,
it was like
so
the Star of David and shit like that?
The first one was Star of David. I think the first one was
Yeah.
Star of David, and the second one I think was Islamic.
There's a pentagram. That's the devil one. They were fucking going into the layers of
Oh, they
hell
were?
and
Oh,
yeah.
shit. But yeah, she like went through like different, which is Sister Barnes, right?
No.
Yeah. No, Paxton.
Paxton. Yeah, Sister Barnes is already dead.
Oh yeah, she already died. She fucking got split. Her
Did
fucking.
you guys not see the picture
Yeah.
of that? It was like the 2.
Yeah. Oh, I wrote that down. It was the Inferno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inferno.
So, but yeah, because they went. She went to 3 different doors. I remember that because the first one was I think it was Star David, and the second.
I didn't
one-
write down the order, but I
But
just
think it
wrote
was
devilish
Star
things on there.
David, but it was not. Well, it's not devilish thing, but I think the second one was
That's pretty
the
devilish
devilish one. I think the second one was the devilish one. That's when she was like, "Oh shit!" Like, okay, and then she still opened it, and then she went to like the Christianity one. I might be off. I didn't write that down. I should have.
You just say that he went.
But she went through 3 different doors, and she got to the last one, and fuck, hold on, I have it over here. But, ooh,
Main thing is that in the last door she finds the bike lock,
she does find the bike lock.
Mhm.
No, and then that's when she's like, oh shit, like
the key.
she finds.
Can
the
I
key.
can I read something to you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Because last week I mentioned Dante's Inferno, or not last week, but for Terrifier, I mentioned Dante's Inferno, so I want you guys to know what that is.
Last week we talked about Dante's Inferno. It was 20 minutes ago.
No, well, I brought it up for Terrifier.
Oh my bad.
So for this, I just want you guys to know the meaning of it. That way, when she goes down into the cellar, you can kind of like understand a little more. It says, the message of Dante's Inferno is that human beings are subject to temptation and commit sins, leaving no escape from the eternal punishments of hell. However, human beings have free will and they can make their choices to avoid temptation and sin, ultimately earning the eternal reward of heaven. So pretty much it says like, we sin all the time. So the worse you are as a person, the lower in the layers you go, the worse it gets. So that's what it was showing. Every time she was opening a door, it was getting like creepier and creepier. Like it was more demonic. Continue.
Hell yeah.
So, fuck. Okay, you guys gonna help me out for
Yeah, he
this one.
goes to the last door. They see the bike lock.
They see the bike lock, and then she searches the pockets, of course, and then she gets the key, which is when she opens it, and then she opens a different door, which
It's the girls.
Bum, bum, bum.
You know me out.
The girls in the cage.
Oh yeah, the girls. Oh yeah, the prophecy.
right.
The prophecy.
Did they go into who those girls were?
No.
They don't.
Were
They
they
don't,
like previous
no.
fucking
Dude, that
door
was one of my
knockers?
dislikes. I'm like, dude, like who the fuck were these girls?
Exactly.
I think it's open for interpretation, but it kind of makes you wonder, like, is it...
He's been doing this for a while.
Is it other people who try to convert? Is it his wife? Is it...
Yeah.
You don't know?
Dude, which is the perfect fucking serial killer scenario. Like, they come to you. Like, they come
Yeah.
to you.
He thinks
Instead
he's
of-
God.
Oh
dude.
yeah, and I think I said like he was like I think I put like on the like on my notes I was like, bro, it's like he said pretty much like they let me get into their lives, like he's
Yeah.
like they let me do this shit for them.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
like,
he
bro,
says, you guys let me.
he's like, you guys,
You guys
yeah,
let me
he
do
said
it.
he's like, you guys let me. He's like, I didn't do shit to you guys, but he's like, you guys let me though. He's like, you guys let me become into your religion. You guys let me do all this shit. You're like, although you guys believe in this, but I'm in here. And that's why I'm like, oh shit, like, oh.
What else, Kenny?
Damn, fuck. Hold on. Cut.
You're on it.
He-
You're good.
He pretty much goes
I'm pretty
into
faded right now.
there's only one true religion.
Like,
So piggyback on Kenny, she gets to the door. She finds that the last door is locked with the bike lock that they had on their bikes.
That's right.
She reaches for her key and she unlocks it. When she opens the last door, she comes to find out that there is women in the cage. The cage is up. There's like fucking what 7, 8 of them.
There's a couple of them.
yeah.
There is?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
them.
there was a couple.
Only one?
No.
No.
There was one main one, which is the one that was out there. The one that swapped out pretty much. And that's the one I'll go after that. So, he pretty much, still argues the fact about what?
So
Just keep going.
They pretty much they still pretty much argue about beliefs, religion. The main thing he says is there's only one true religion, which is control.
that's right.
Religion is control, pretty much. Once they go into that, what do you guys argue? Or what do you guys?
Bro, keep going.
Oh, you guys keep distracting him?
Anyways, religion is control. And then in that key moment, she turns her back towards her back away from him, and he pretty much, that's where I kind of think the whole attraction thing factors in. You guys are talking about Paxton, right?
Where he was a dilf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pretty much starts like grabbing her, not like. I mean, I guess you can
Kind
argue-
of seducing.
Yeah.
I got the same
Yeah,
vibe. Yeah.
And then that's where she turns around and she stabs him right in the fucking throat. She runs away. She climbs back up to the house, and she comes to find out that room just leads back to the basement.
It was almost like he was proud of her for figuring it out. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Weirdo.
People have different ticks. So she climbs up. She looks around the room. She realizes that room only leads down to the basement. But before that, she had mentioned she had seen a poster. It wasn't in that part. It was that inferno sign that she sees is when she comes back down, pretty much. She ends up in that basement again, and he meets her down there where he shanks her now. So they're both stabbed. This was bleeding out from the neck. She's bleeding out from her stomach. They have a tussle. He pretty much is already on his last limbs.
What was his guys? What was his he said something about like, oh, like you guys are the ones drinking the Kool-Aid. Do you guys remember?
I don't
that?
remember that part.
No.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
I actually wrote that
there's,
down.
there's
what
like
did it
there's like a backward shot, like an upside down shot.
Do you guys know about the Jonestown? Actually, before you get sidetracked, do you know about Jonestown?
No.
Mike Jones.
No. So pretty much, I don't know the specific year, but Jonestown. He was I've heard his real name, but
Is Mike Jones.
is
that's
it-
why-
is it
that's the
everyone's-
joke.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
So
joke.
who? So Mike Jones. But anyways,
He bought an island in the Caribbean.
He bought it. Yeah, he bought an island. Yeah. So pretty much what he did is he was in a cult. Like he was a big cult, bro. Like everyone was in this shit. Bro.
Mike
Like,
Jones?
Yeah, his name was Mike
shit.
Jones. Literally,
Oh, the rapper?
Not the rapper, not the rapper.
his name was really Jones. Like literally, like the town was named after him. It was called Jonestown.
Jonestown.
So pretty much like he was like a big cult leader, and they were like, "Hey, bro, like this is like
You know that.
He was pretty much telling everyone like, hey, like, if you drink this Kool-Aid, this and that, like, you're gonna be like,
That's where it comes from?
like literally, I swear to God, bro, I swear to God,
It comes out in that song.
yes,
You can hear them.
yes, that
scream.
one, yeah, no, yeah,
What song?
It's because, but he did that when they were about to get caught.
yeah. So literally him. So I don't know if you ever seen like movies. I know you saw that shit.
There's a song.
I know what you're talking about. No, Valetti, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, but there's a name. No, bro, literally, there's a thing called Jonestown. But this fool literally was like, hey, like, if you drink Kool-Aid, bro, there's a big thing. It was like in 1986, I think, bro.
I didn't know that.
Bro, but there. That's why a lot of movies are like, oh, like, don't drink the Kool-Aid because literally,
Trust
it's
me.
because of that.
Poisoned the Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Test me.
And everybody in the
I will pass whatever fucking
knew
test
what
you
was
give
gonna
my way.
happen, But what happened is he was recording when everybody was drinking it, and as the poison started hitting the little kids' body, because it was like babies, you could hear them screaming because it was what it hurt. And then you hear everyone screaming, and then it just gets silent. and
Bro.
everyone dies.
I think it was 86. I think it was either
Oh, I'm down.
108 or 86 to like 108 people died because they drank the Kool-Aid. And that's why a lot of people, like a lot of movies references that.
I didn't
Because
know
of
that.
What is that
The
song,
Jonestown.
though?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
know
so
exactly
that's what I was referencing. I didn't know that's where it came from, but
Bro,
What was,
Jonestown is
what
a
was
real
the
thing.
reference again?
Jonestown's
so
a real thing.
he just said like you guys want to be all up in it, but you don't drink the Kool-Aid, or you need to drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so he's like, you want to be down for the cause, but you're not. Like it was something along those lines.
Yeah, because I mean, if you go down into the Jonestown, what ended up happening is that they had a lot of Americans coming over to this fucking island and shit.
Yeah.
And the American government was kind of worried about it, so they sent a Congress member. I forgot from what state, but he went over there. The government was there, and he went and inspected that shit, and he found out that this shit is fucked. And as he was walking towards the helicopter, he was fucking killed. They killed him. They killed the fucking Congress member. And once they found out that they killed the Congress member, they're thinking, all right, fucking shit's going down. He went back and he told everybody, let's fucking kill ourselves. Let's transcend into this fucking, into this internal life that they had and shit. So it pretty much the whenever you see the term drinking the Kool-Aid, it's like they're testing you. Like, are you
Yeah.
down for this
Yep.
shit?
Yeah, okay.
We're fucking dying.
Okay, so that's really good.
It's
context.
like the ultimate test.
The fact that you guys don't know about Jonestown, bro, that shit's crazy,
I didn't
bro.
like
Mike Jones.
Yeah.
My students
So
do
this
projects
leads
on
this
that
leads
shit.
to the upside down shot, and then
Okay. So he shanks her, and then she's
Bro,
like,
hold on. I just want to see the dead bodies. Like, bro, so they had a helicopter go over his thing. That's
was a
all
lot of
dead
them.
bodies.
There was a
All
lot
of them.
Did you have Miss Robles in for help?
no.
Bro, this is all dead bodies.
Look at what-
All of them are
They
dead
all killed
bodies.
themselves.
All of
There's a
those are
bunch of
dead
them.
bodies, bro. Like, literally, they drank the Kool-Aid and they were just, they knocked out and that was it. They died.
They were down.
All of them, bro.
That reminds me of that show Midnight Mass. Have you guys seen it on Netflix?
No.
They drink the wine because they're at church. They all die, and then obviously it's a little different because they come back as vampires. But same thing, like they drink the wine, they all die.
I think that might have been on
It's called Midnight Mass. Pretty good show on Netflix.
Gotcha.
Anyways, just wrap the shit up.
I didn't do that.
He stabs her, and then there comes to a point where she starts praying. When she starts praying, I couldn't tell. Like, I wrote that on here. Like, so she starts praying, and then he crawls to her, and then he like leans on her.
Yep.
So does that mean like he believes also like religion is real, or
Maybe.
Nah, he was trying to kill her at the end.
you think so?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing
he
to
took
kill
the
her with.
knife. I mean, before she started praying, she went into this whole tirade saying that praying doesn't work. That they conducted a study saying that it doesn't do anything, but the fact that you're praying for somebody does, right? So
Oh, yeah,
she
that's
prays for others. So when you pray for somebody, it's not for yourself. It's the action that you actually care for others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's crawling towards her, but he's
That's right.
dying. He had been shanked. He climbed up the ladder. He's losing blood.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's just trying to gather the
and
strength.
that's
to
true.
kill
So
her.
he makes one last attempt to kill her.
I think
And
like
then-
in the whole process, he ended up like because she ended up being like fucking Sherlock Holmes himself and shit. And fucking, she knew everything. That
She's
kind
like,
of pissed
"You
me
did
off.
that." Yeah.
But
And she was the
what
dumbest
ended up?
one.
Yeah, dude. She
the
and
dumb
I
one.
think he
She
just
She
respected
was
her.
a weak one. Being
He-
dumb
he
and
dumb.
being weak is not the same thing.
She was blonde.
He
a white
respected
blonde.
her. He respected her.
Yeah. At the end though, because at first he
That's
didn't
right.
have that respect.
He was preying on her.
She's not
Yeah.
the same as the other people that came, right?
Yeah, so he does try to make one last attempt to kill her, which that's when Sister Barnes comes and she fucking whacks him with the piece of wood that they had when they
With
first
the
went down to
nails,
the
that's
basement.
right.
Yeah, with the three nails on it. And then I wrote down, yeah,
Fuck.
he shanked him.
Fucking metal.
She then escapes through the window, and with the phone. Was it his phone or whose phone was it?
It was her phone.
It was her phone.
Because it had the Sister Hall.
Oh,
her-
okay.
her messages.
Yeah, so she finally climbs out. It shows that she has her phone, and she runs or walks. And then there's this part before it cuts off
I fucked it up.
where there's a butterfly that stands on her hand.
Yes.
But then it goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so was she hallucinating
It was never there.
or was it just her a sign that shows that
But-
somebody's
Dun,
there?
dun,
The
dun.
butterfly, I don't think was ever there because there
But-
was a butterfly inside of the home.
And the
They
thing,
think
no,
that-
no, but the thing is too, it was in winter.
What about butterflies?
there's no fucking butterflies.
But it was in the
there?
winter.
Oh.
There's no butterflies in the winter. It's
But
always in the
It
summer.
was a near-death
So
experience.
that's what I
her
think
own
is too.
personal belief.
Fun
You
fact.
think that's what it is?
You
maybe
want
not.
to see what you
It
want
was
to see.
never
I
there.
literally wrote that, yeah, because I
Yeah.
wrote that. I was like, bro, like, dude, butterflies don't come in out in this winter.
Yeah,
because it's so
that's true.
cold that they migrate to like they migrate to the fucking the summer.
Which is migrate.
They
Yeah.
migrate
makes
when it's heat, like when it's all warm.
Good
That's what I
research.
put. Yeah, so I was like, bro, because like I was like, maybe she might be hallucinating. Maybe she might be dead.
Or is it a sign
You-
that
you
her,
see
her
what you wanna
faith-
see.
Her faith is still there.
Yeah,
Her film,
it
probably
could be
that
a sign.
too.
Yeah, because truth of the matter, like it wasn't there.
Yeah,
And so now I want to ask you guys like the
And then it cuts off.
I apologize.
Is that the movie?
I
Is that the
am
movie?
Drinking
Yeah, no, that's it.
so
It goes
much.
black.
in the beginning though,
we're good, we're good.
when they
Drinking.
first walk in, Sister Paxton and Barnes, when Barnes looks at the window and she sees the butterfly or the moth, whatever the fuck it is,
Fuck, no more tequila.
is that real?
I got more.
Is that real
That's a good question.
or was that like foreshadowing? Just general foreshadowing. She
I mean,
sees she's the
yeah.
one looking for a way out. She's looking at the
Sees
windows
the moth, and then it goes up.
and then it goes to the lamp. Yeah. So
I don't know if it was real or not.
I think it's safe to say if the moth or the butterfly at the end was not real, then the one at the beginning wasn't real.
Yeah, because I feel like
It's
somebody
in
was-
winter though,
it's
because
just faith.
because butterflies don't migrate in the winter.
Yes.
Or is it a-
So what does the butterfly represent?
faith.
We know it's not real.
Transformation.
Trans.
It would have been
For
a
the
caterpillar
nation.
first.
Huh?
It would have been a caterpillar first.
But maybe the finished product.
Ooh,
She changed throughout the whole fucking movie. I'll
So
tell you
she
that.
started off as a caterpillar.
Oh, that's a good.
She started off as a caterpillar.
Alan's low. He's having fun right now.
All right. So since you ended it, initial thoughts,
I really like the movie.
or actually ratings, right?
Are we
Initial
doing
thoughts was
ratings?
at the
God damn, we're
beginning.
just talking the whole shit, bro.
Let's go to start from the beginning. These start talking about condoms.
so-
no, just initial thoughts. I really liked
My name is
it.
KL.
Um,
Just kidding.
We'll do initial thoughts.
It's a perfect place for the rating.
Initial thoughts, and then we go into hits and misses.
I'm not driving, so yes.
Okay.
So I
Please.
personally really liked the movie. It had the twists and turns. It had made you think.
It was a good
deceived you.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. You don't think it
Yeah,
deceived you?
good.
I think it did.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it did.
Oh,
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
It's a fun
I
movie.
personally liked it. My hits would be just like keep like the way they placed everything, right? Like
Yeah.
from
The blueberry pie.
yeah, the
The
blueberry
blueberry
pie.
dude, that was she was
Yeah.
like, no, cause remember that guy was like, or Mr. Reed who was like, what does it smell like?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, she's like, oh, it smells like blueberry pie, and I was like, oh shit, and then she looked at the
Fucking
fucking
candles.
candle. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
dude,
she
you know
like
what's crazy,
spins it slow,
bro? You know what's
and
crazy?
then
The great, phenomenal like camera work. No, go. Wait for you.
Forget me. Keep going.
He broke the seal.
Ah,
Yeah,
shit.
keep going,
But
keep going.
anyways, but did you guys know that? So fun fact, A24, they
Wait.
released a blueberry pie candle.
Sick.
Dude, literally, like, dude, they sold out. I tried buying it because I was like, bro, this is fucking cool.
That's
So I
sick.
tried buying it and it sold out.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's it.
I wish it did.
Initial thoughts. And then,
Hits, yeah. So like perfect placement of everything. The movie was well written. Actors. I don't. Aside from the Venom, or what's his name?
Topher Grace.
Yeah,
Eric, the dumbass.
I didn't know. Oh, and the
Eric Foreman?
and Reed. Obviously, Reed's been. In
He's a
couple
famous
movies.
actor, yeah.
I didn't really know any of the other ones that had came out.
Yeah, I don't know the rest of them.
I thought it was a good movie. Misses. Yeah, I don't think it had any misses.
I have a miss, but
You
let
have
him
a
go
miss?
first. Let him.
I mean, aside from small like plot holes. Like
what plot hole?
like one of the ones earlier we said it. I just can't think of it right now.
The wife, the apostles, the
No.
disciples.
No.
Horse. I enjoyed the fact that like, it goes like the whole thing about religion, like the whole fact like that Mr. Reed was like trying to debunk, like was literally trying to debunk like oh, your religion's fake. I think I enjoyed that because of course there's so many religions in this world that it's like, oh shit, like okay, like there's of course Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Baptist.
What about Buddhism?
LDS, yeah, Buddhism. There's so much like what do you call it? What's the H one that I'm looking for?
Haram.
No, that's sin.
Oh.
H. What is that one? The H one.
Whorism.
But there's a because that's my older brother. He's trying to convert to that. That's why. But anyways, there's so many religion that it's just like that, like Baptist, later saints and all that. Even Jehovah's Witness, bro. Like, dude, all that was made afterwards about religion. Like, dude, I studied so much about religion that like even like Muslim or Islamic, bro. Like all that shit.
What kind of grade did you get?
Crazy. For
I'm
what?
just kidding.
Dude, no, I just got bored and I just bro, because like, especially Islamic culture, like they have to pray, of course, a certain time, or they have to pray to the Mecca and all that. Dude, I know so much about that. But anyways, but I did enjoy that because they were like, dude, the fact that he was trying to debunk the fact that like Latter-day Saints, like, dude, like you guys are not real. You guys are pretty much like, you guys are not
Followers.
Yeah, they were more so of a cult. It was more.
They weren't leaders. They were
followers.
There was more so of a cult. That's what it was. In my opinion, they're more so of like, okay, like we gotta. This is what you gotta do to to pretty much go to heaven. They're followers, of course. How you guys said it, like they couldn't like have sex after marriage, or they had to have only like women present. Like it was like kind of like Muslim culture in a way, but even like in Mr. Reed, how he explained it, he was like there was only 3 religion, which is Judaism, Islamic, and Christianity. Yeah. Huh?
No sex after marriage?
No, that's what they believe. So there was 3 of them.
Before.
That was 3 of them.
You said after.
There
Before
was 3
marriage.
of them, yeah. So, before marriage, yeah. But anyways, that's why he said like Latter-day Saints. He said that Latter-day Saints were like later on to like they were, they were like, oh, like this is kind of like,
Yeah.
it's kind of fake. But anyways, but yeah, that's what my hits were on this one. But the dislikes about it was like, I wish it was just more. I just wish it was more so of a thriller, more than like, horror. More of a horror. No, more of a horror than a thriller.
I agree, more horror.
Because they said like, even in the description it says horror/thriller, but it was more so of a thriller than horror because there was not that much horror. Of course, what was the horror that
Miss
the
Barnes?
guy? Well, yeah, Miss Barnes, she
Barnes.
dies, and then he sliced her throat, but that was it. And then
I really thought when the prophet came down, that was like some type of like.
That was a good.
Because dude, it was a whole
But
hour.
it was on tricks.
Yeah.
It was a whole hour in.
Yeah.
I even went like this.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, that was good.
But it was.
I was like that in the hallway with the statue.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck
really?
yeah.
Oh shit.
The
But,
decoy.
Fuck me
Yeah.
up.
The
but
Yeah.
it was a whole hour in, and then that's when it started getting good. Like literally, it was a whole hour of
But I
dialogue.
wasn't bored.
Yeah, I wasn't bored either. I
No,
thought
no,
it was good.
No, I'm not complaining.
Well,
No,
well,
you said it was a whole hour in before it got good.
No,
I thought it was good before too.
It was good though. Okay, the dialogue was good. The thing is, like, I wish it was more because the thing is, saying it was saying horror thriller.
I was paying attention to the
That's what it was.
characteristics, so I was like,
but it was saying
"Hmm."
horror thriller. A lot of
Yeah.
A24 films like Hereditary, like when the whole head chops off or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
like shit like that. That's what I
get you.
expected.
I get you.
Like even
Yeah.
like for Midsummer too as well. Like even like in the beginning of like the 10 minutes in.
I mean, her
Shit
head,
like
her
that.
head didn't get chopped off, but her neck got sliced. I don't know what else you want.
But the thing is, like even from Midsummer too, like
Fucking
her-
scavenged her arm.
bro, like shit
to
like
take
that,
out
bro. Like
the-
Midsummer or Talk to Me. Remember,
Yeah.
like in the first 10 minutes, like the freaking
Yeah, I get you.
the
I get
brother-
what you're
yeah,
saying.
shit like
yeah.
that. Like like it took so long to finally get to the point. Like for A24 films, that's what I was like. That was kind of a miss. I was
So
like,
you
bro,
had an expectation. And
because A24, like even Talk to Me. I know we haven't discussed this yet, but like even A20, what do you call it for Talk to Me? If you guys know that whole, like, have you guys seen it? Talk to Me. You haven't seen it? So there's a part, like literally, it's 10 minutes in where like there's a guy. He's at a party
You're diverging.
and he pretty much like he's possessed and he stabs his own brother. But it's so fucking quick, and you're just like, oh shit.
But that one has more to do with possession than.
But it was
Yeah.
We're diverging.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude,
I've never seen Divergent.
But A24 is, but they're more so known for that. That's the thing. They get you instantly. Like Midsummer, Hereditary, Talk to Me. What else? What's another scary movie? Fuck no, I was gonna think of a.
Yeah.
It's just the studio though.
Spectacular
The
Now, but
studio,
that's a
honestly, like
rom-com.
just to kind of answer, not even answer your question, but dude, did you just like Alan said in the beginning? All the trailers in the beginning were for A24. Their movie types are gonna start to change as they put in money to more projects. So just
Hopefully their
because-
product
just-
doesn't fucking spoil.
It might, but just because you think of it one way, bro, they're putting more money. It's math. Like the more you put in, like you're gonna have some bad product.
That's what happened with Marvel and shit.
Yeah. All right, so that was it. That was your hits and misses.
Yeah.
All right, Alan, continue.
I mean, I'll start off with the
Initial
misses. The fucking
Initial thoughts first.
initial thoughts. It was a good movie. I was entertained. It was a psychological thriller. Fucking, it brings up a topic that I'm really fucking. I question myself a lot with, especially with when it comes to religion. Sometimes I find myself in the position of the guy, but then sometimes I find my position of. We missed a big part
girl.
when Barnes
Just
fucking
kidding.
challenges everything, dude. But I like the topic. The topic of the movie was fucking great. So it's a good movie. The fucking misses, I don't like how she became like a fucking expert at the end. Like she fucking knew everything, dude. Her
That's
whole
funny.
fucking demeanor, everything.
That's
She just
funny.
absolutely
Yeah.
knew everything.
Do you think Sister Barnes' spirit?
Maybe
Painter?
got to her and shit. Maybe, but her everything just fucking.
It would have
changed.
made more sense
That I
if it
love
was
her so
Barnes.
much. Yeah.
if she
But
did all that
if
shit.
it was her that figured everything out. But I agree with you. But I liked it.
No, yeah, no, I like the movie and shit. But oh no, you like that she knew everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it feels good as it's one of those comforting things in a movie. You always want to see the good guy fucking come out on top
Why?
at the end. But another fucking miss
Go on.
is like I wish they would have gone into context on why this guy goes so deep into this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because
Kidnapping people, fucking torturing them.
Bro,
and
I
shit.
even put like a question. I was like, why are you so obsessed with her dad?
Exactly.
I was
Oh,
like-
or just religion
No.
in itself.
Yeah,
So
because
with her dad, he was just trying to find the weak one. To me, but
Okay.
that is true. Like a little
You're
bit
good at
deeper
this.
dive into
Why he's
Mr.
doing all that shit.
Mr.
Because this
Reed.
motherfucker took time to adjust his whole entire fucking house, kidnap people, and do all this shit and research and everything, right? So he's old, but he must have been doing this shit for over 10 years or whatever. But a little bit of context on him, on why he's fucking like this. But other than that, dude, it was fucking great. I liked it. I thought it was a great movie.
Oh, okay, Oompa, go.
Okay, Mr. Miyagi.
There it is.
all right. So yeah, I mean, overall, it was a good movie. I like the twists, the turns, but yeah. So the twist was good of the movie. I don't really have a lot of complaints, other than the fact that it was, dude, like, yes, the fact that they were challenging religion, all that was a hit. I liked the camera work. I liked all that stuff. But for me, I think the miss was that he goes into like what is it called, AI or like a simulation theory,
Yeah.
and he kind of just dismisses it. And it's like even when Barnes dies, he's like, "Oh, she has a chip in her. She's a
Yeah.
robot. Like she's
Yeah,
a."
he took it really
shit, we
literal.
forgot about
He
that.
took it
Holy
really
It's like
shit.
literal. So
I mean,
it's-
there's that thought that saying that what we're going through right now is a simulation. It's a
Forgot
dream.
about that. Yeah, we forgot
And
about
then
that.
once we wake up, like kind of like the Matrix.
so it's like an
Yeah.
idea that he throws out there, but
He went literal, yeah. With
yeah, it didn't have anything to do with it. Like and from what he kind of talks about when he kills Sister Barnes, he goes all into it. He all in, like it's a simulation. Like she's the robot.
Yeah,
Like
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I
For being
forgot
such a
about
smart
that.
guy, he went medieval with
Yeah,
that
we
shit. He
yeah,
could at
forgot
least
about
fucking
that.
look into what the fuck that is. You
So-
would think that a smart guy like knows.
And it was
what
copper
the
one.
fuck.
Those are
Exactly.
those fuck you up.
exactly.
But you
How do I
don't-
know?
So that was a
here's another thing
How
though.
do I know?
That fucking birth control. Are they fucking normally metal?
No,
Because
so
I- I've-
I
there's the
I'll say.
Oh shit! Wait. Try it.
I'll
So
say
there's
this,
two
I'll-
different ones.
Okay,
There's like copper, and then there's another one. But the copper is like
there's like a. I want to say.
the copper is better. I think. Right. Lex. Fuck y'all.
Kenny, you not being these allegations.
So
Yeah.
he goes
I
into
can't talk
he goes
more,
into
man.
talking about like
The cover one's
simulation
better.
theory, and it doesn't hit. It doesn't stick. Like it's just an idea that he throws out at the end. I feel like if he would have introduced the simulation theory much earlier and like, you know, provided more proof, more details, I feel like it would have been more so like a back and forth about religion and like simulation theory. So yeah, so yeah, the camera work was amazing. The twists and turns was good. The actors are great.
To piggyback point on the simulation thing, do you think like he just said that because like Barnes said like he challenged him, so like he was trying to recoup as to like what else he can think of like to go back to religion?
No, because there was another point in the movie. I don't want to go back and look, but there was another point in the movie where he does talk about simulation theory. So it was something that I feel like was part of his beliefs, and he does think like, I don't know. To me, it seemed like he thought he was God.
Yeah.
Control.
Yeah.
Control.
So that was a miss.
Ted Bundy.
The simulation theory, they should have went more into it. And the wife was not present at all. He kept saying like, let me go ask. He kept teasing the fact that the wife was there.
It was on act.
I really thought the prophet chick was
his
gonna
wife?
be his wife. Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Or like one of the ones on the bottom. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, that was my hits and misses. Like the camera work was great, acting was amazing, twists and turns. The miss was the simulation theory, the wife. Like it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I mean, like the topic itself is, it's an open one because fucking we as human beings, we always want to fucking, we always wish for something fucking greater, right? All right, so let's go ahead and give our rating. So what do you guys rate this out of 5?
I give it a 4.5.
4.5?
I agree. Just to be quick, I give it a 4.5. It would have been a perfect movie without like the simulation theory. But yeah,
Really?
3.5.
I agree. I gave it a 3.5.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Because it was, I just wish
It
there
was
was more.
good, but there was some
we're
holes.
split.
We're split.
There
2
was-
and 2.
I wish there was more. I just wish there was more. That's it. But anyways, what's next week? What's next week? Or I know you're gonna be gone.
I'm gonna
we're
be
gonna
gone.
miss one.
I'm
We're
gonna be
gonna
on
miss
vacation.
one.
I mean, we might still film afterwards.
I'm down. I mean, I'm down for another episode.
Me too.
Rom-com or what?
Oh, I love, dude. I'll put you on the best rom-coms ever.
That concludes episode
This
13
13,
of
yeah.
Rotten Beans. Keep
This is
fucking
fun.
subscribing, keep liking, keep fucking doing everything that you guys need to, and go fucking Dodgers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go
No,
comment.
don't go
We
Dodgers.
want to know what movies to watch.
Oh yeah,
Go comment.
fucking let us know what the fuck is going on in your mind, you know?
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, if we're
Because I
spoiling
wanna
shit, say
fucking
that we're
understand you.
spoiling
Yeah,
shit.
like fuck you, Manny. I hope he listens to this shit. Fuck you, Manny. Piece of
And
shit.
thank you for the fucking table, Miguel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck you, Miguel. Fuck
Go
you.
shop at that fucking store that gives us
that
like
one store that we can't name.
gives great
We cannot
fucking
name.
rates and shit.
And
And,
yeah, that's it.
That's it.
You don't discuss where I work at because I'm on
All
kick
right.
right now.
So thank
Signing
you
out.
for signing,
With the kids?
helping out, kicking it, chilling, and fucking órale, later.
This Ron
Deuces,
Beans
later.
signing
Ron
out.
Beans.